Morning all, and welcome to my David Wilson Out and About YouTube channel. I'm just out for a little stroll this morning. I've just dropped my car in for some maintenance work at a garage I use at the far end of the village. So rather than just take the direct route back, I thought I would take a nice river stroll. It's a beautiful day today, when the weather's turning a bit nastier, and apparently Friday it's coming back. So I thought I may as well take this opportunity. So without further ado, let's crack on with the walk and I'll speak to you on the way. Sun is blazing on me on the side of my face from the left hand side, so I can't turn the camera around. I've not done this walk for a little while and this is disappointing. All this fencing to my left here, this was an open field. Apparently I was speaking to a local lady and she said it's been bought, and obviously the landowners decided to fence it all off. But it used to look lovely walking along this path with an open field and wildflowers. So there you go. He owns it, he can do what he wants with it. So without videoing directly into sun, this is what he's done. You can just about see, I will pan to the left. To the left, that's the path I came down. It's quite tight. And if I come back, he's cut a path, which is obviously a right of way, directly across the field, but it's all fenced in. Really, obviously I don't like that, but what can you do? Right, onwards and upwards. In a nice shady bit now. So I'm going to carry on straight. There's two paths here. There's one to the left, one to the right. I'm going to carry on straight right down to Franks Lane Bridge. And then we'll take a nice river walk. Should be quite shaded because there's a lot of foliage on the trees now. Oh, what a beautiful day. Right. That was a sigh of contentment. I can hear the river. All I can hear is the river to my right, which is probably not being picked up on the mic, and birdsong. That'll do me. I've just brought my little crossover sling bag out today, but I'm wishing I brought a rucksack, to be honest, because when I put it on my front, which I wanted to wear it on my front and set up my pocket free with the tripod and or the gorilla pod and the selfie stick, I put it on the front of my body, and all you could hear was it rubbing against the mic. The mic is picking up that sound rather than the ambient sound around, so I've had to throw it over my shoulder, and it's annoying. It keeps slipping off my shoulder, which is actually making recording quite difficult, but I'll persevere. A little lesson learnt for next time. That sign is the footpath marker for the way I came. Now what we're doing, we're approaching Franks Bridge, where we'll be going over the bridge, turning right and following the path with the River Darrant on our right hand side. But first of all, I'll take you down to the river edge to this side, and then we'll cross over. Sign of the times, there's a sign on the tree back there that CCTV cameras are operating in this area. Can't get away from cameras. Oh, I'm talking into one. River's flowing quite nicely, nice and steady. Still quite deep, but that will soon change as we go further into summer. It's lovely in the shade. I'm not a massive sun lover. I only sort of am out in it fully for just minutes on end, and I tend to dive for shade, but that's just me, pale skin. Right, so we're gonna get over to the other side, walk along. This eventually leads to Westminster Fields, which I go to quite a lot when I'm taking up my drone, practicing with my drone. And then we're gonna carry on right back to more or less the Bridges pub and the viaduct. And then I'm very near home then. Right, onwards. It's quite busy on this road, Franks Lane. It's just gone the school dropping off time, so you're going to get a lot of cut through traffic, but it does quieten down a bit later. I've just been having a nice chat with a couple out walking their dogs. Didn't recognise them, but just we were chatting for about 10-15 minutes, and they turned around and said they're actually down here from Dartford, just taking a walk down by the river, just like me, but they live 4 or 5 miles away in the main town. Nice meeting them and chatting with them though. Just taking a slight detour. There's a path slightly closer to the river at this point, and I'm just coming down to get a view of the river. I mentioned this on another video a couple of years ago, but this spot was where a couple of other YouTubers, outdoorsy YouTubers, when they were walking the Darren Valley Path, which this is part of, came down here and pitched their bivvy bags, stayed the night. They pitched up late and left early, so it didn't interfere with one. It was quite nice for me to watch, you know, being that I live so local. Well, that's it, back on the main path. It's about 10:15 now, so believe it or not, I've been on this walk an hour, but as I said, I've stopped, I've been chatting with people, and I've been taking in the river. I'm just chilling out. It's not a race, and it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. There'll be slightly less dog walkers now. It tends to be the sort of that rush after the school run, and then once you get to sort of 10:30, it peters off a bit, it dies off a bit. Hello, tree down. Let's try and avoid that. I've got a duck. Excuse the bad camera work there. I had to duck both my head and the camera. So what do you think of the walk so far? And please feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think of this video, the other videos, and generally what I'm doing on my channel. We're approaching the end of this river section. And then what we'll be doing, we'll be cutting through a meadow out into Westminster Fields, across Westminster Fields, and then back. We pick up the river at the far end of Westminster Fields, going towards the Horton Kirby viaduct. But this stretch is nice, and along here is one of my favourite spots to stop. And indeed, I have sat by the river there and just pondered over life on many an occasion over the last 30 years. So I'll show you that en route. Lovely view up towards the top road there. And here it is, one of my favourite points. I'm just going to take you in there. I wanted to film walking in, but the sun is moving round now and it would be direct into the camera, so you wouldn't get a shot of it. So I'm going to go down by the river and just show you one of my favourite places just to sit and contemplate. Well, this is it. It's very overgrown at the moment. The river's just trickling through, still quite deep, but that will change. I think we've had 3-4 weeks without any rain, so this river's dropped dramatically, but I'm still surprised how deep it is. But we've still got summer ahead of us, so it does sort of drop down to a stream at some point where you can more or less walk in it. But this is where I like to just sit, listen to the birds, stare at the river, and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just not think about anything in particular, really, just chill out. Path narrowed right down at that point, but it gives you some nice shade. There's a little breeze blowing from the left hand side of me, so it's quite nice. Then all of a sudden you're back out in at the full mercy of the sun. It's been quite a while since I've done this walk. I think probably 2 winters ago, and I tend to do this walk more in the winter or late autumn. But I hope if you have seen one of my videos on this same section before, that this one isn't boring you. Now we're coming out onto a slightly wider path, a more open stretch. I think the last time I came to this bit was purely to fly my DJI Neo, my little whoop whoop drone, when I was testing it out. It was a fun drone, but at the end of the day I sold it. It wasn't for me. But nothing lost. I actually got my money back on it, so I'm not complaining. I am seriously enjoying this breeze in my face. What a beautiful day. Well, this is turning out to be a really nice walk for me. Other than the walk itself and the weather, I just keep bumping into people. I've just bumped into someone I haven't seen for years. She only lives up the top of the village, a girl called Jo, just having a nice chat and stroking the dogs and having a catch up. So yeah, it's lovely when you bump into people you haven't seen for a while. Thoroughly enjoying this. It's nice to get this little bag off my shoulders. It's just irritating me. And I can't wear it on my chest. As I said earlier, it interferes with the mic too much. But it's all live and learn, isn't it, when you're filming? Today I've been very, very conscious because I've had plenty of time. I've been very conscious of the angles I'm filming at because of the sun. The sun is slowly sweeping round and it's been mainly on my right hand side. So I've been even conscious of the shadows from the tripod. So it'll be interesting. I know this video will be up and you're watching it now. It'll be interesting for me in post-production when I'm editing to see how I did. Water's still cold enough to drink. So far this walk, now considering I'm dropping my car off, I thought I could just go for a quick walk home, which literally takes me 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I've been about an hour and 3/4. As I did say a while back, I've been bumping into people I don't know, I've been chatting with. It's sort of like the country way. But I've also been fortunate enough to bump into people I hadn't seen at least all winter, let alone for a couple of years for one reason or other. So from that point of view, it's been fantastic because as much as I do like my own company on my walk, when I'm local, I do know a lot of people. I've lived in this area. Next month in June, I've lived here for 31 years in the same property. So never be a villager, they won't allow it. But I do know a lot of people, old and young. Right, I'm gonna have 5 minutes rest and then we'll hit the path along the river, the last leg if you like, towards the viaduct. It's been a nice little break, 5 or 10 minutes, but I better get on. I'm not even sure if I'm picking my car up today or not. I might try and put that off till tomorrow anyway, after this walk. Right, let's move on. Now this is all new to me, this pathway. I do remember a year or so ago seeing a load, literally tons of Type 1 dropped off at the bridge near the viaduct. And what they've done, they've made a very, very beautiful flat path. This used to be extremely muddy in the winter, I mean really muddy. And it was definitely welly boots weather and you were slipping all over the place. I can only assume, obviously it's to make it more buggy, child and mobility scooter friendly. Now if I had my way, I'd have the muddy old path back, but let's be fair, you've got to cater for everybody. Everybody deserves to take nice scenic walks down by the river. And before, other than in the height of the summer, that was nigh on impossible unless you had children that were literally sort of 4 or 5 onwards, because even when it wasn't muddy, there was a lot of trip hazards, roots, rocks. So it's a lovely path, but it just looks very strange to me compared to the old, very much countryside path. In parts along here, it's very, very difficult to see the river. It is extremely overgrown at the moment. That's better. I tell you what, it's inviting. I feel like jumping in. If I had shorts on, I probably would. I must admit, it's a very well laid out path. and I've sort of got used to it, and it's certainly great for my old arthritic knees, so I can't complain about that. I'll get used to it. Well, we're down by the small weir now. I must admit, thinking about it as I walk along, part of the reason I haven't walked this section of the path for the last couple of years is my arthritis. I've been so bad, I was too worried about coming out and stumbling on rocks and slipping in mud. So, you know, this is absolutely perfect for me. So I've already warmed to the fact that it's now a level, easy access path, giving loads of people access to a beautiful river and beautiful countryside. Well done, the parish council, whoever done it, whoever, Sevenoaks Council. Well done, thank you. I can only film one side of the weir. It's actually a two-stager going across the path between the fishing lakes, but the sun's far too bright going the other way. Not too far to go now. The viaduct should come into view very shortly. I'm very glad that I came out. I had to come out, but I'm very glad I did this walk today. I really needed to get some fresh air in my lungs and exercise these knees. I've been holed up indoors for a few days. I've been busy, but no outdoorsy stuff. As I said earlier, my car's been in and out of garages for the last week or so. So I've just basically been stuck at home working on projects, future projects, and it's been okay, but it makes you lethargic. Makes you sort of, oh, can I be bothered? I'll do it another day. So this, taking the car in this morning, has forced me to go for a very nice, long, pleasant walk. Well, I think you can see the viaduct in the distance. I filmed that the other week, did an aerial video of that, so I'll put that up the top. I also did a fly over the lakes. The lakes have been to the left of me all the way back on this path so far, and they continue on just past my house all the way towards Dartford. Literally lakes more or less all the way to Dartford. Oh, well, that's been a beautiful walk. I'm gonna stop it here, speed up and get myself home because I'm expecting a call regarding the car. But I really do hope that you've enjoyed this little walk. I know I've videoed this loads of times, but it's mainly been winter or very early spring. Maybe this is slightly different, the actual setting with all the foliage. So anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, please give it the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you're seeing, please subscribe and hit the notification bell to get future updates. Right, well, that's it for now, folks. So all that leaves me to say is take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.